Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel today. Obviously if you clicked on this video, you know that I'm going to be talking about this brush set. So, the feature of this video is this lovely brush set from BH Cosmetics, the Crystal Quartz 12-piece brush set with cosmetic case. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing and thanks for coming back. And if you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by and checking out my video. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell, the button that looks like a bell, so you know when I do upload new videos. So anyway, let's jump right into this. So it's a 12-piece set and it does come with this pretty case. It's like super, what's the word, iridescent, opal-ish, whatever. Maybe it's supposed to look like quartz, hence the quartz set. And you get 12 brushes. So this brush set is $26, so you're paying a little over $2 per brush. You do get four face brushes, or larger brushes. Do whatever you want with them, but typically use the larger brushes for your face. And then 8 brushes to do the shadow or whatever you want to do for more precise application of the makeup. So that is that. They're super pretty. Like, obviously you can see they're white, and then they have this they had this like almost like a pink, again, quartz. Is that the whole idea? Let's see. I thought quartz was more like purple. No, it's like that pinkish color. I'm thinking amethyst is purple. So yeah, the whole quartz where it's got like that pink and like shiny, whatever. Anyway, not a rock specialist. So, and the brushes are numbered. So they have a number on the barrel there on the handle. And then on the back of the box, it tells you what each brush is. So that's really nice. Yeah. So that's an introduction to this brush set, but if you want to see how these brushes do or perform or work, then just keep watching, because I'm getting ready to do this whole face in this tutorial. So keep watching. Okay, so I've already washed my face and primed it, and as always, I'll link all those products below. But I'm just gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. And I always just put that on the back of my hand, a couple pumps. Got hair everywhere. And I'm gonna go in with brush number 3, which is the rounded buffing brush. And I'm gonna go ahead and buff this foundation into my face. And that did soak up quite a bit of the product from putting it on my hand and then just dipping my brush in. So I'm gonna go ahead and dot this on my face like I normally do, and then buff it in. I don't know, I just went like full on ham and just was like dipping it in. I don't know. Anyway, so we're just gonna finish that. And then next I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in the color Light. And I'm actually going to go in with that same brush that I used with my foundation and buff that out. Sorry about the lighting. The sun was out and I was like, oh, we're gonna do an all natural, and then it went away. I don't know what's going on. Crazy weather. So if the lighting in this video is off, sorry. And then I'm just gonna go in. Typically, I don't know, I kind of switch back and forth, but more often than not, I use my beauty blender when doing this. But sometimes if I use a brush, I'll put the brush on, but then I'll take a damp beauty blender and just kind of pat over that just to make it more seamless. The application is good. I do have some dry spots right in here, so, but that's not the brush. And then I'm gonna go in with my KatVonD Shade and Light palette, and I'm gonna go in with these two colors and set my under eye area. I'm going to use the Deluxe Powder Brush, the #1 brush. And then next, I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And this says 1D, so I don't know, I think there's different colors. And I'm gonna use the #4 Flat Contour Brush. And since I'm not using any of the brushes, I'm gonna go off camera really quick and I'm gonna do my eyebrows, so I'll be right back. Eyebrows done. So, a little thicker, a little darker, that's okay. So I'm gonna go in with, I don't know if it's Lorac Pro Mega 3 palette. I absolutely love this palette. Pretty sure I've used it in another tutorial, but this was like my go-to everyday palette. I love it, and I'm just gonna do, I don't know what happened with my lights. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with the #5 brush, which is a large blending brush. It's not super dense. And I'm gonna take this color Toffee, and I'm gonna put that all over my lid. Next, I'm going to go in with the color Walnut, this dark shade up here. And I'm going to go in with the #7 brush, which it's a bit smaller and it feels more dense, and it has a little bit of a tapered point to it. It's a domed blending brush. And I'm going to put that in my crease. I'm going to go back in with that first brush and just blend out the top to get rid of any harsh lines. And then I'm going to go in with the number 9 brush, which is an eye shader brush. It's fluffier on the tip, so I could see where you could use that under the eye, but I'm going to use it to apply the color to my lid. And I'm going to go in with this color Bark. It's a deep chocolatey brown color. And then I'm going to go back in with that number 7 brush I used in the crease and just blend that out. And then I'm going to go in with the number 8 brush, which is a buffing blender brush. And I'm going to go in with this color Pecan and put that all underneath my lower lash line. There's that. I'm going to go, because you know I have to get all up in the mirror, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do my eyeliner, which I think I'm just going to do a wing liner and some mascara, and I'll be right back so we can finish up the face. Okay, so I went ahead and did my eyeliner, and I used my KatVonD tattoo liner in Mad Max Brown, and I just did a wing liner, and then I put on mascara with my Essence Lash Princess. And then my lower waterline, I used my Nars Rue Bonaparte just to open that up a bit because I did, you know, dark colors. And then, you see this, guys? Outside my comfort zone, because I have such small lips, I'm always like, oh, I can't wear red, but holy goodness, like, I don't know. I hope this looks as good on camera as I think it looks in person, like in the mirror. So I'm hoping I'm getting like a good feedback of what this looks like, because this is flipping beautiful to me. So I used the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner number 12 in Bordeaux. I'll link it below, because you can't see that, and you guys know I can't pronounce things for some reason. I could pronounce medical terms and all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to makeup, like, I don't know. And then I used the Milani number 93 Red After Dark lipstick. I love it. Like, I'm so excited about it. Anyway, let's get back to it. This number 2 large rounded bronzing bronzing brush. But you know, I'm gonna do my blush with it. You can do what you want. So I'm gonna go in with this Laura Geller blush, and I got this in my BoxyCharm box, and this is Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. So I'm just gonna, I have not used it yet, I've only swatched it. So I'm just gonna try to pick up a little bit of that, because I don't know what the color payoff is gonna be, and I don't wanna like go in super heavy handed and have super bright pink cheeks, because obviously like my eyes are dark, and then I went with this really bold lip. Like that's just enough for me, just enough to put a little splash of color there on the cheeks where I canceled out all the color from putting on the foundation and concealer. So there we go with that. And then, what do I have left? I'm gonna go in with this number 6 brush, and it's a tapered blending brush, but I'm gonna do my highlight with it. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna go in with my Ofra. I have really used this Rodeo Drive highlighter, and I got that in a BoxyCharm box, and I really like it, so anyway. And then I'm gonna set my face with my Morphe spray. So there you have it. Okay, so I am impressed, especially since those brushes were $26 and you get a 12-piece set. Yeah, because that comes with $25.92. So you're paying roughly $2 and some change for the brush. So with that in mind and getting a full set, I think this is a really good set to start with if you're starting off and you don't know where to begin or anything like that. And this is not sponsored by any means. I really like the set. I thought it was pretty and I was like, shoot, for that price, let's try it out because I have an obsession with brushes. I will say for me personally, just because I have other brushes to compare it to, I prefer like the first brush I used to put the color on, I prefer to have it more dense. This is not very dense. It's not a very thick brush by any means. So it picked up the color and it put it across, but I had to work a little bit harder. That's my preference. Some people might not mind a less dense brush. I will say as far as the brushes, like there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 brushes to use, you know, on your eyes. So there's a good selection there. Could I have switched it out? Yeah, I could have kept this brush, that first brush I used, instead of doing my eye with that. I could have kept this one and did that with my highlighter, or used that for my highlighter. Because the one I did use for my highlighter, it's super thin and I had to work a little bit harder because it's smaller. So I just prefer, you know, the tapered brush that I'm used to using for my highlighter, and that just might be because that's my comfort zone. That's what, like, I know that's what I've been using for a while. But you don't have to use them. I guess my point is you don't have to use them how I used them. You could switch them up. I was just grabbing them and just for demonstration purposes, and obviously I just picked it up based off of, this one looks like this, and then I looked at what it was and was like, well, I'm gonna use it anyway. So you don't have to use a brush for what the box says it is specifically. As far as the face brushes, you get the 4. So here's the 4. You know, the foundation brush, that wasn't bad at all. I switch back and forth between using a brush and then just using my beauty blender, so that's going to be preference. It depends. Some days if my face is really dry and I use a brush, it makes everything look more like streaky, so that's why I go in with the beauty blender, just to give it a more seamless, because that's wet and that adds a little bit of moisture back into my skin. But that's me. That's because I have really dry skin, and I had already primed my face and I put the coconut oil on my face, so that should give you an idea how dry my skin is. Like, I'm not making that up. As far as then for a powder brush, you know, I use this brush. It's very large, so would it do well with setting my face? Probably. I would have probably preferred to use this for like bronzing up the face, just to warm it up, not so much contouring. So you'd have a contour and like a bronzing brush more so than using this for setting the under eye, because it is very large. I mean, it did the job because I just did it in one fell swoop, which that's fine to do. And then this for a blush brush, that worked very well. So if you bought this kit, you'd have a wonderful kit to start with, and then you could add to it little by little. But again, I mean, you're paying like a little over $2 a brush, and they're really pretty. And they seem like they're like super sturdy and durable. So I don't know. Hope if you are thinking of buying this or any of the other BH Cosmetics brushes, because they did have quite a few sets at Ulta, and when I went into Ulta they had a mint green one with like a black portion up here, so mint green and black, or sea green and black. It was a green color. So they did have quite a few. So I hope this helps you decide if you're thinking that you want to try one of these sets, and is it worth it, and is it a good idea. So as always, leave your comments below if there's anything that you want to see. Just put it down there, and yeah, and I'll see what I can do with it. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Bye.